Alright guys, so here's a quick video on how to use the Sharp calculator to calculate the expected value and the variance and the standard deviation of a probability distribution. So we're going to look at this discrete distribution here where it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and our probabilities are 0.2, 0.15 and so on. The first thing we're going to need to do, so I'm just going to pop that out of the way for a second, is we need our calculator in stats mode, so we're just going to go mode and we're going to go 1 and we're going to go just 0 here for our standard deviation. If we remember to our scores, I'll just move them over here for a second, that we've got 1 is 0.2, so I'm going to go to score 1 and then I need to press my STO button. You can see it brings up a comma and then I'm going to put 0.2 in and I hit M+, and it says my data set. You can see I've got 1 in there. I'm now going to enter score 2, so I'm going to go 2 comma, just because I can, 0.15, I can express that as a fraction. It's 15 over 100, and so 15 over 100, if I need to put fractions I need to make sure I use brackets, so 15 over 100 and then I hit my M+. So I'll keep doing this for the rest of the score. So score 3 and its probability was 0.4, M+, score 4 and its probability was 0.1, M+, and the score 5 and its probability was 0.15, M+. You can see I've got 5 scores in my data set, and the score number 5, so you can read that as score 5 has the coordinate or the data, the probability 0.15, and you can see I can just arrow up and down through my data set. I'm just going to clear that. Let's bring that back. If I go alpha and then above 0 you can see my n. I can do that, and and then using the arrow to go up and down through my data set. So just clearing that. So again, remembering that the expected value is just the mean. So the mean, if we look above 4 in green, you can see x bar. So if I go alpha x bar equals 2.85, and there's our expected value of 2.85. The variance, remember the variance is just e of the score squared. So 1 squared times 0.2 plus 2 squared times 0.5 and so on, minus 2.85 squared. So on our Sharp, if we look down the bottom above our decimal point and our plus minus, so just above our decimal, you can see e of x. When I press equals, there's our expected value. So I can clear that. So what I'm going to do is e of x squared, so that's 1 squared times 0.2 plus 2 squared times so on and so forth. And from that I'm going to subtract my score. Actually, what I'm going to do, let's just delete that. I'm going to put that in brackets, my expected value, and I want to square the result of my expected value. When we get that, we get 1.6275, which is the variance. And remember that a standard deviation is just the square root of our variance. So we can go square root of our answer equaled 1.2757, and there's our standard deviation. The button for standard deviation is above number 6. You can see that funny Q looking shape, the back upside down Q, that's lowercase sigma. So if I go lowercase 6, so sigma of x, the standard deviation of x, and there's those scores as there as well. And if I forget how to do variance, I can enter stuff on my calculator, find the standard deviation, and just remembering to square my standard deviation, and I get my variation or of my data. Hope you found that helpful.